Hi, this is PewDiePie with my first Q&A. Hi, this is Chris Evans with my first Q&A. Hi, this is Conor McGregor with my first Q&A. Hi, this is Paul David with my first Hi, welcome and thank you for watching. So apparently when you're up to almost 70,000 subscribers, you get a lot of questions. And a lot of those questions have the same answer. So instead of answering them all one by one, I'm answering them all over here so you can all enjoy the answers. So the first question comes from Min Ha. Oh, come on, at least one of you shave your beard, please. Just wondering, what would you look like without that? Well, like this. Or like that. So the next question is about where I'm from. A lot of you guys seem to be confused about my accent. Well, that makes me wondering about my accent as well, but I'm from Holland, where everyone wears wooden shoes and has tulips in his garden. Yeah, for real? I've got wooden shoes on right now, yeah, so the next question is about the microphones I use, probably the question I get most. So, for my voice, I use the Neumann TLM 102, the one I'm using in this video. It's a very good mic for vocals, often used in the studio. For guitars, it's a different story. When I use a mono mic setup, when the guitar isn't that prominent in the mix, I mostly use the Neumann KM184, a small diaphragm condenser mic, which is very good for guitars. I just pointed at fret 12 from around 40 centimeters away. I don't know what's that imperial, but you guys can probably figure that out just like this. Yeah, but the fun is in the stereo miking. When the guitar is more prominent in the mix or just playing a solo part, I always use a stereo mic setup because it sounds so much more beautiful. I use Neumann on the neck, and this one I use at the bridge. It's SE Electronic Voodoo VR2, a ribbon mic. And the beautiful thing about this mic, it goes all the way up to 18 kilohertz, where usually a ribbon mic doesn't have that much high end to it. So I point this one at the bridge, off axis. This one is on axis, fret 12. And I have to be careful that both are the exact same distance to the sound hole, or else we will get phase problems. The way I do that, I use a closed headphone, set up the mics and play and listen to how my guitar sounds. If it sounds thin and shallow, you will have phase problems. If it sounds good and full, it's alright. Well, nowadays I don't have to check it anymore because I just know how they are set up. So I place them and it's always just good. So it's not that difficult. Probably you just have to fail a few times before you can get it right all the time. So I'm gonna do a full video on miking the acoustic guitar because it's all about compression, reverb, EQing as well, and panning. The panning is very important as well. So if you're interested in that, just hang on a moment. We'll be here shortly. Next question. Dark Joe asks, alright, when did you first started playing the guitar? Well, the first time I think I started playing was at the age of 12. I started out as a bass player in the band because the band needed another bass player, and I thought, why not? And my dad said it was okay. So from that day I started music, and I was more interested in guitar than in bass. Those were electrical guitars back then, and yeah, I started playing on my friends' guitars, and I really enjoyed it because it was more the sound I liked. So I started off as an electrical guitar player and then developed a love for the acoustic guitar as well, and now I really love them both. The next question, Shaq Strick, did you use an amp or DAW software? Your sound is awesome. Beautiful Dutch guitar too. Thank you. Thank you. Hey Paul, I'm looking into buying some recording software soon. What do you use? What do you suggest? Well, it's difficult. I don't know what you're gonna do. If you just want to record guitar, you can use free software. I use different programs. I use Cubase and Ableton. I use Cubase because at college I learned to use Cubase. So from that day I use Cubase, and recently started to use Ableton as well. The loop videos I made are created in Ableton. It's very flexible and creative. Whereas Cubase is very sterile and clean. So when you're tracking a large band or have lots of audio tracks, I would suggest Cubase. But if you want to get into experimenting with your own music and looping and combining different layers and textures and sounds, and Ableton is just better at the creative stuff in my opinion. We're playing with a live band as well, where we use Ableton Live on stage. So I'm making tracks and sounds for that band. So we hook it up with SPD, so the drummer can trigger every sound and can trigger the tracks. Yeah, it's an awesome program. Yeah, different ballparks, different programs. Next question by Farah Ramirez. Hi Paul, what is your profession and are you a professional guitarist or did you taught yourself to play the guitar? Thanks for the videos, you have a great channel. Keep it like that. I will, Farah, I will keep it like that. My profession, well, I attended the University of Art in Rotterdam. College for Music, I think it's called, and graduated in 2010. And since that day I've been earning my money in the music industry. So I perform, I teach, I write songs, I produce, I make music, I write songs, I record songs, I do YouTube, so it's all the big package in total can keep me alive. It's pretty weird when you're attending that kind of school. A lot of people probably don't know what it's like to make your money as a musician. You graduate and normally you would probably apply for a job that would keep you busy most of the week. When I was done, I really didn't quite know what to do because I already taught music, I already played in bands, etc, etc. So I still really felt the need to get better because I wasn't finished learning. Well, now I know probably that feeling will always be there because the more you know, the less you feel satisfied about what you know, I guess. That's it, my first Q&A. If you've got more questions for me, please keep them coming all across the channel. I will try to answer them in the next videos about guitar, music theory, music in general, just everything. Have a nice day and thank you so much for watching, and see you next time with another video. Bye bye.